Hey everyone, this is Matthew Thrush, #1 Amazon bestselling author of over 50 books, as well as the co-founder of Six Figure Ghostwriter. So, thank you so much for joining me in video number 7, the bonus video, where I share with you a solution/opportunity for some of you who qualify to join me in a mentoring program where I walk you step by step on how to scale to 6 figures in less than 6 months. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you what that information is, how you can do it, and then basically give you an opportunity at the end where you could either apply or join a webinar to learn more information. All right, so let's get started. Let's talk about the 6-Figure Ghostwriter Mentoring Program, which the sole purpose and goal of this is for you to earn 6 figures with your writing in less than 6 months. So who is this program for? The program is for someone who is a writer who wants to earn 6 figures with their writing and who is tired of making pennies with their work. So if you're someone either spending thousands of dollars on marketing, or you wish you could but you can't because you're not earning enough, or maybe you're already ghostwriting but you're basically getting paid 1 or 2 cents per word or nothing for your time and you're just tired of it. Or maybe you're someone who wants to earn a great living with your writing and work on your own terms. So maybe you're like I was, where you're doing a commute and you're working a 9-to-5 type of job and you're just tired of it. And maybe you like it, maybe you like the people you work with like I did, but it's just not fulfilling, and so you want to do something more with yourself, more with your life, more with your writing. Or maybe you're someone who's just tried self-publishing, or maybe you even tried traditional publishing like I did, and it's not working for you. So it's not bringing in the money, it's not bringing in the revenue, or at least the revenue that could help you live the life that you want to. And lastly, maybe you're just someone who's ready to take control of your career and you want to follow a proven method that guarantees that you'll earn 6 figures. But what is the program? It's a 12-month ghostwriting mentorship program where I walk you through step by step on how to set up your platform, your brand, your business as a ghostwriter, and basically how to find clients, how to bid, how to write proposals, things of that nature. Basically a step-by-step process on how you can earn a great living, specifically 6 figures in less than 6 months. So a little bit more about what the 6-Figure Ghostwriter Mentorship Program looks like. So it's not going to take 12 months for you to learn the system and how to scale up to 6 figures. No, it's 12 months of mentorship where you have access to me to ask questions and I can help you along the way. However, the first 6 weeks are where we establish the foundation. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of what the first 6 weeks look like. Okay, so week 1, it's all about actionable mindsets and daily routines. So we're going to work on setting practical steps that you need in order to develop a daily routine or habit, both physically and mentally, so that you can succeed and earn 6 figures. Week 2, it's all about your income infrastructure. So we're going to talk about creating profiles for you. So specifically, I reference Upwork because it's a huge platform to be able to get jobs on. We're going to talk about how to write proposals that land you high-paying jobs, how to apply to those jobs, understanding the psychology of the client writer, and in that sense, it's client freelancer, but I'm using writer for you relationship, so you can understand how clients are thinking, how you should think, how you should approach them, and that goes into how to talk to them and how to answer questions, especially tough questions like, say for example, you were to quote them at a higher rate and they're like, hey, that's way above my quote, my budget, and how you can kind of field those questions or those flashbacks kind of deal to hold your ground basically because you have the value, and then for them to basically say yes or no, and then that goes into negotiating rates and things of that nature. Week 3 is all about how to land higher paying jobs. So for example, I'm all about trying to get you to land your first job within the first 2 months, okay, to get your feet wet, get your foot in the door, get the momentum building. However, we also want to scale up because, as you notice from my examples, that the more you charge or the more that you write or the more projects that you take on, the more you can actually earn. And after we scale it up to a certain degree and you kind of build up your portfolio, then you can actually do what I'm doing where you kind of dive down the workload but you still charge more. And so you end up working less but earning more. That's the ultimate goal. So I use the logo or phrase, earn more, work less, and you'll kind of get familiar with that if you join the program. So we're going to talk about interviews, phone calls, which aren't always the case, but they're a great way to kind of do follow-ups, and obviously understanding contracts, non-disclosure agreements, things of that nature, and how those works, and then rates, basically what to charge, when to charge, how to stand your ground, when to do a discount, things of that nature. So we'll talk about that all in week 3, things of that nature. Week 4, all about our repeat business manifesto. So this is basically You're doing well, you're getting jobs, so how are we going to leverage what you've already done to be able to get new clients or have those clients pay you more than what they were already paying you to begin with? So that goes with repeat clients, referrals. Like I said, 50% of my business comes from Upwork. The rest comes through referrals off of Upwork. You start off the opposite, 100% on Upwork, but now it's like that. And that's what we're going to talk about, because Upwork's fantastic, but you can also find a lot of work elsewhere that just kind of comes organically. Week 5, like I said, earn more, work less. That's my top logo and saying that I like to do for the ghostwriting program. Is it's all about earning more but working less. Understanding your value of your time, your skill set, your experience, and then that's what you're selling. You're selling the value to clients. You're not selling the work or your expertise or experience. You're selling the value of, if they hire you, the world's not going to end, and they can trust that it's going to be really good. Okay, so it's all about scaling down the quantity of your work so that you can take on less work but still earn more. Okay, so it's working smarter. And one of those things is kind of dealing with how to write faster, more succinctly, more effectively, and efficiently. So that could be scene outlines, outsourcing some of the things that are time-consuming, maybe using drag and dictation to be able to write faster, things of that nature. And then week 6, the last foundational week to kind of set up the foundation for you to get you kick-started, is all about scaling and growth. So adding services such as editing, formatting, publishing, cover design, mentoring, branding, marketing, online course creation, website creation, things of that nature. So we're talking about, how I do, and I mentioned that I don't really do a per word rate necessarily anymore. I do a per project, and a lot of times then that's what clients buy on. They're saying, well, hey, this is great value. I'm getting the ghostwriting, I'm getting the editing, I'm getting formatting, I'm getting publishing, I'm getting cover design, I'm getting branding, marketing, whatever it is that fits with what they're trying to achieve. That's how you add more value, because you're a one-stop shop, all-inclusive, done-for-you type of package deal. They trust you, they know you're skilled, they know your experience, and it saves them a ton of time and overwhelm to hire you to do everything, okay? So week 6 is all about thinking bigger to understand, okay, what else can you offer clients to start packaging things together to boost the value. So that could be coach. And then also it's all about giving back. I'm very big on being generous and serving others. So it's all about coaching other writers who are either beginner writers or maybe they're really good and they've been writing for a long time, but you're coaching them on how to basically develop and enhance their careers, like I am with you. And then part of that too is, well, maybe you've been only doing jobs for specific things like science fiction, but you haven't really branched out to try other genres or subgenres. Well, now here's a chance for you to try to do that, okay? So, just to recap, the Six-Figure Ghostwriter Mentorship Program is a step-by-step instruction. I offer mentoring and coaching, both group and individual, so I'll do group-type coaching stuff. And then the individual coaching is where if you have a question or you need some help or guidance, you reach out to me through email, and we kind of go through that. And there's weekly actionable steps for you to implement to be able to not only set up the foundation, but how to succeed and scale up to 6 figures. I do monthly live video trainings where I might, for example, do a live training on how to write proposals, or I'll show you live proposals that I wrote or another student wrote that they've had success, then show you, here are the response from the clients, how did we respond to them, what was the result, things of that nature, just so you can kind of learn and adjust and understand how to start thinking about these things, because you have to think the complete opposite of what you're used to thinking to be able to succeed. And like I mentioned, if you need additional help, things of that nature, or questions, I have weekly email correspondence. So some of my students reach out to me on a weekly basis, on a regular basis type of thing, and I'll correspond with them through there. Other students are good with the group coaching type stuff, and they just kind of reach out here and there as needed to kind of help maximize and boost them to the next level. It's whatever works for you is what I'm here for. Obviously part of the thing that we're going to be talking about is setting up and having an account on Upwork, because there's a huge market there for jobs. It's a no-brainer to basically have an account on there to do jobs on there, because these clients have already posted job listings saying, hey, I have this issue, I have this problem, I need this solved. And you don't even have to worry about marketing yourself. You just find the ones that you like and apply to them. So we're going to make sure that your proposals, your profiles are basically on point, so that it gives you the best chance of landing those jobs, and then so much more. And then you might be asking, oh, well, is this really going to work? If I join this program because I was accepted to it, will it actually work for me? Will I actually scale to 6 figures within 6 months? Well, just so you know, within the first 2 weeks of joining my most recent group of students who were accepted to the program, I've helped over 80% of them get accepted for their first jobs. And those jobs are paying between $1,500 and $4,000 for one book. Okay? And that ranges between 50,000 words and 80,000 words. All right? But they're all fiction. Now, obviously, I'm working on some things right now to get some more nonfiction stuff, but that's just an example of how quickly this can happen. The program is to teach you how to scale up your business, have someone to walk you through it. However, one of the perks and bonuses to the program is that I'm going to help you find jobs. I'm going to help bring jobs to you as I talk to clients. And that's what happened to about 80% of my students that joined the program when I first launched it. Is I was able to negotiate on their behalf jobs and contracts with either previous clients or new clients for them to lock in these jobs. And now each one of them has at least a 3 to 5 book series committed to at the same rate, $1,500 to $4,000 per book. And you could be the next person. So I offer also a success guarantee, because I understand and I believe that, doing the right thing is one thing, but sometimes it's tough to do the right thing when you know you should be, especially if you know it's going to work and you can see the evidence, you see the proof, this is work, I want to do it, but sometimes we're so used to just not taking action, and we're fearful and we're doubtful. There's a lot of things going on in a lot of your lives. Like for me, I was in a lot of debt, no job, things of that nature and stuff. I was super depressed and anxious, and I understand, I get it. So that's why I offer a success guarantee. The success guarantee is basically 3 things, all right? So I guarantee that you'll land your first job by the end of month 2 if you're accepted into the program. I guarantee that you'll earn, basically be in contract to earn, your investment plus 25% by the end of month 4. And then I lastly also guarantee that by month 6, if you continue to do what I'm teaching you and you do all the action items, that you will be en route to earning 6 figures by the end of month 6. And here's the other kind of guarantee that I go with that success guarantee, is that if just one of those 3 or all 3 of those are not met, and you've completed all the action items, all the daily routines, things of that nature that I taught you to do, and you've been doing everything I've instructed, and you don't get all 3 of those things, I will refund your investment and give you an additional $1,000. So there's no risk. I guarantee your success. So you might be thinking, well, this sounds great. Well, what do I do? How do I join? How do I submit an application for this program? And that's a good question. So this program is designed to have you at the top of your game, earning what you're worth, and growing to 6 figures in weeks rather than years. There's just one catch. And you're thinking, man, I knew it, Matthew. I knew there's always a catch when something sounds too good to be true. You'll actually be surprised it's not what you're thinking. The catch is that you cannot buy into this program. So even if you were willing to pay me $50,000, though I would be tempted, I would still say no. You can't buy into the program. You have to apply. So this is by application only, okay? We will only be taking on a small group of motivated writers to start with in the program to ensure that all members receive optimal results, okay? So each time I launch this, we only take a handful of writers to be able to maximize their time, maximize their results. And so due to the intensive nature of this program, we must also decline even really great writers. That's one of the worst things, is it makes sense to kind of decline someone that's not quite a right fit, but it's even tougher sometimes to decline someone that you know is really good. And that's just how extensive, intensive, and selective this program is. So who should apply? Well, the no-brainer is everybody should apply. If you're wanting to make a living with your writing, you should definitely apply, because honestly, what do you have to lose? If you're accepted, that means I think you have what it takes to actually succeed and earn 6 figures in less than 6 months. So if you get accepted, you're basically getting affirmation and confirmation from me that, hey, you can do this, let's go. And then I'm guaranteeing that that'll happen. So, but on top of that though, anyone who wants to earn 6 figures with their writing, gain freedom of choice in their life, they want to write less but earn more, they want to earn more money up front to pay for their own books or maybe monthly expenses, whatever it is, they want to stop living paycheck to paycheck like I was. And honestly, how I was is the paychecks weren't even enough to cover everything, so you might even be in that situation. And you're just ready to take control of your career, and you're tired of just living life with what ifs and like, woe is me, and you're just ready. I'm going to make a difference with my life. I'm ready to go. Let's do this. So for those who are accepted into the program, you'll join a program that promises your success. I must reiterate, I am guaranteeing your success. Otherwise, I basically give you money, okay, because it didn't work out. But I'm guaranteeing that it's going to work out. If you implement every single action item and follow the plan, you will succeed. And with my success guarantee, there's absolutely no risk. And we also offer special financing for those who require, just to, because all it is basically, there are action takers out there. I want to reward action takers, people who are willing to put their fear and doubts aside to finally take action and do what they need to do to make writing a living. And so that's part of the reason why we've partnered with a business accreditor, basically, so that they can offer you a business loan, which is different than a personal loan. It's a lot more flexible, so that you can get special financing to be able to join this if you're accepted. So how much is this incredible, amazing, breathtaking, I can't believe this is incredible program? Well, it's a $5,000 investment, which guarantees that you're going to earn it plus 25%. So to do the math for you, that's $6,250. That's the minimum that I guarantee that you'll earn back within the first 4 months. You'll also scale to 6 figures within 6 months, and you'll radically change your life in weeks, not years. And as I want to remind you, the guarantee is that if that doesn't happen, I give you your money back plus an extra $1,000. So recap, week 1 is all about mindsets and rituals. Week 2 is all about your income infrastructure. Week 3, landing higher paying jobs. Week 4, repeat business manifesto. Week 5, earning more, working less, so being smarter and more efficient with your time and increasing your value. And the week 6, scaling and growth. So just to remind you, that's setting up the foundation for the mentorship program. Everything beyond that for the 12 months is basically just having me as a coach and a mentor to reach out to at any given time for any reason for your business to help you scale even beyond 6 figures. So, maybe you're someone, I'm ready to go, I want to apply. How do I apply? Where do I go for this? Well, if you're ready to go and you want to submit an application to see if you'll qualify for my mentor program, then you can go to www.sixfigureghostwriter.com/apply. So I just want to let you know, though, that the questionnaire application process is pretty extensive. I mean, it's not where you're going to have to spend hours upon hours doing it, but I ask you a lot of different questions, and sometimes I repeat certain questions because I'm all about trying to figure out what's your mindset, what's your goal, where are you currently at, and basically so I can get an idea of your personality so I know how best to help you reach your goals and surpass them. So if all this sounds great to you and you're like, man, I want to figure out, it's a no-brainer, why would I not apply to see if I'm accepted? Because if I'm accepted, you're guaranteeing this is what's going to happen. So if you're ready to go, then go to that link and submit your application, and within 48 hours you'll know if you've been accepted or not. However, if you're like I sometimes am when I see things like this, you just need more time to kind of let this absorb, to digest it and think about it, things of that nature. So if you need more information, then what I want you to do is go to this link, www.sixfigureghostwriter.com. And so what that is that you can go there and you can register for a free webinar where I go into a little bit more detail of where I was with my story, what kind of situation I was in, what steps I implemented to basically change that reality, and how I went to earning 6 figures in less than 4 months and things of that nature. So I walk you through a lot more of that stuff, more details, more examples, showing you examples of what client budgets were and then what they actually paid me. So just a lot more information. So if that's you and that's what you're looking for, then go to that link and register for the free webinar so that you can learn more about that. So in the webinar, like I said, go over some more details about methods that I use to earn 6 figures in less than 4 months. I'll share some of my story so that you can kind of see, hey, you're not the only one going through something bad. It's, a lot of times it's hard to kind of see, well, you see people that are successful and they're doing what you want to do and what you want to achieve, and it's easy to think it just happened to them, that they just started that way, it came easy, things of that nature. But what we don't see is what happened beforehand or even behind the scenes to help them get there. So I share some of that with you during the webinar just so you can see, hey, I'm just like you. I was just where you are, and I still sometimes struggle with the same thing that I struggled with in the beginning. I just now have the foundation of, hey, this works, I can believe it and trust it. So you'll not want to miss it. Make sure you register to learn more. If you want to learn more information, get additional details and literature about the mentorship program. And like I said, if you're ready to go and you want to just submit an application to see if you're approved, then make sure you go to that link that I mentioned as well so that you can submit that and you'll find out within 48 hours if you're accepted. All right? Well, hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you either in the webinar or your application, and I'm really hoping that it works out for you and that we can partnership together and help you scale to 6 figures in less than 6 months and beyond. Thank you so much. So that was a lot of information. I'm glad that you stuck with me through the video, and I hope that you got something out of it. Some of you might be already going to the link to apply, and that's fantastic. I can't wait to see your applications, and hopefully you qualify for the mentorship program. For the rest of you who are still, I like what you shared, I want to join, but I'm not quite there yet, I want some more information, perfectly fine. Just make sure you register for the free webinar so that I can share with you additional information on where my story was. Basically, I was in a very dark place not too long ago, and then how I shifted from that to earning 6 figures in less than 4 months, so I can share with you what that was, how I did it, so that you can do it too. So if that's you, make sure you register for the free webinar so that you can get more information and have another chance to see if this is right for you. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this video series. I really hope that you learned a lot from this and that this helped revolutionize your life in terms of how you can actually earn 6 figures and beyond with your writing, beyond self-publishing, traditional with ghostwriting. You can succeed with either one of those, but ghostwriting is very, very lucrative. It's a very untapped market right now. It's easy to get into. So I hope that you'll use what I shared in these videos to your advantage. And for the rest of you who are going to apply or go join the webinar, can't wait to see you. Thank you so much.